In one of my previous videos, I said if you guys got that video to over 150 likes, I would do whatever rebuild the top comment says. And this is what the top comment said. I know, it's pretty wild, but of course, I'm going to own up to my word and do Rashee Rice with the Las Vegas Raiders. And we all know why I'm doing Rashee Rice with the Raiders. It's just a Raiders thing to do for him to go out and commit some crimes. But if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like and or subscribe. We recently just hit 12,000 subscribers, and that really means a lot to me. I really appreciate it. But if you guys want me to do whatever rebuild the top comment says, once again, you have to get this video to 150 likes once again. So let's see if we can do that. But in today's video, of course, Rashee Rice with the Raiders. And yes, obviously this is a meme, but why not just rebuild the Raiders while we're at it? Gardner Minshew is on the Raiders. Obviously, they're probably going to pick a QB in this upcoming draft. I personally think either Caleb Williams, Drake May, or Jaden Daniels are the only first-round QBs. JJ McCarthy and Bo Nix are just wannabes. There's so many teams that are QB hungry, but we'll probably pick JJ here. Apart from James and Colton Miller, this offensive line is honestly kind of trash, so I'm hopefully going to pick one up in the later rounds. Defensively, overpaying for Christian Wilkins. He's a great player, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to hate in any way, shape, or form, but let's be real. I mean, the Raiders had money to dish out. I think it's a 4-year contract, so if they do draft a QB and he does work out, it spans out to whenever they do have to pay their QB. So overall, it works out for them, even if it is an overpay, because again, they don't have to pay for a QB. Max Crosby, obviously, nothing else needed to say there. Tyree Wilson, hopefully he develops a little bit more. This year, I felt like, compared to the other edge rushers that were on the board, especially he's not an edge rusher, but Jalen Carter, he did amazing for the Eagles. While he was in rotation, he was on the board at number 7. They're like, Tyree Wilson instead. He was an amazing pick for the Eagles. Hopefully Tyree Wilson develops to a higher level. I'm not saying he's bad as of right now. He's only had 1 year in the NFL, but hopefully I see more production from him. I didn't see a crazy amount of work from him, but hopefully he does, again, develop in the future. Nate Hobbs, pretty underrated. Jack Jones, Trayvon Merrick, Devon Diablo, some pieces we need to fill in here on the defense, but overall the D-line is actually very nice. And of course, JJ McCarthy is here on the board. Physical is not crazy. He only has decent throw power here, but he has a lot of nice skills. So we're going to pick him, 6'2", 218 on Michigan. He has hidden dev in this draft class. Only 86 throw power is kind of crazy. I didn't know he had a wet noodle arm. I thought it was a lot higher than that, but still 84 speed, 84 acceleration, A's and B's across the board. He's going to be the future QB for the Raiders. Hopefully he gets that throw power up. 86 seems kind of light. In the second round, maxing out my D-line a little bit more. Defensive tackle out of Florida State, Braden Fisk. I think he's going to be great. He's very athletic, especially for being 300 pounds, 86 strength, normal dev, A tackle, B block, shooting, B awareness, B player act. I feel like he should be having more than 78 speed. I know that sounds crazy, but didn't he run like a 4.6 at the combine? 4.6 speed in Madden for a receiver is like 86 speed, but for a defensive tackle, it's 78. So 4.6 is still 4.6 regardless of your weight. So I think it should be at least like an 86, 85, but still his acceleration's an 85, so maybe that's a little bit different. But either way, Braden Fisk out of Florida State. Now this is the team after the draft. JJ McCarthy's only a 71 overall. I wanted to start Zamir White here, but it looks like Braylon Allen out of Wisconsin apparently has hidden dev. I did not pick him, but the AI did, so for you Zamir White fans, I'm sorry. Allen has star dev and he has a brighter future on the team, so I'm immediately promoting him to the starter all the way up. Even at power halfback, it looks like that's what he profiles as. Going to move Devon Diablo up. And of course, I'm going to put Rashee Rice in the slot. Why is Devontae Adams there? Defensively, once again, it looks nice. I got this guy in the third round. He's only a 71 normal dev, but it's definitely not bad. And Braden Fisk, 76 overall. No dev is kind of crazy, though. I think he's super athletic, especially for being 300 pounds. I think he's going to be crazy. But overall, this offense isn't bad. The O-line, of course, needs work. But we got a new running back, new quarterback, and of course the man himself, Rashee Rice. Maybe I should make a video featuring Henry Ruggs, you know, just a part 2 once he gets out of jail. But anyways, this is what we got for the team. 81 overall. Let's see how we do at the midseason mark. 2-5, bottom of the division. Our team ranks are garbage in almost every way. I'm using the Giants playbook because one of my subscribers told me that the Giants playbook was good. Obviously the Raiders defense isn't that crazy in real life, but I don't think it's 25th in the NFL, and the defensive passing game is the worst in the league. Seems like there's no good defensive playbooks no matter what I do, but for right now, for the scouting national focus, do I go? Actually, I'm going to go interior offensive line. For the players ready to negotiate, Trayvon Merrick, young, star dev. Of course, I'm going to give him a long-term deal. I can't believe I stuttered over that. Nate Hobbs here, same deal with him, 5-year contract, similar money too, so that works. Divine Diablo doesn't want to be here because the team has yet to have a franchise QB, but our win percentage as a coach sucks. 38% for Buster Cherry. I literally just created this dude. Like, calm down, give him some time. So I'm just going to overpay for him. He is star, young. He's young. He has star dev. Of course, I want him back. Here he signs as well. Andre James just doesn't want to be here. He's 27. It's the same thing with him. Also, he doesn't want to be in Las Vegas because he wants to be close to home. It says Las Vegas isn't a big market. What are you smoking, dude? Robert Spillane's already 28. He's going to regress. Gardner Minshew. Are you a mentor? He is not a mentor. He's a bridge QB. If he had the mentor tag, I would have re-signed him so that way JJ McCarthy could get more XP. Marcus Epps, I wouldn't mind back for one more year, but I do plan to replace him since he's already 28 and he re-signs on a 1-year contract. Everyone else here I'm just not interested in. So apart from that, let's just move into the playoffs. 5-12, bottom of the division. We did worse with JJ McCarthy than we did with Aiden O'Connell and Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Giants defense sucks. I'm not using this playbook ever again. Stats and awards, JJ McCarthy sucks completely. 24th best offense in the league and 31st defense. Great. Oh, well, Vic, he's just a rookie. He has Devontae Adams and the legendary Rashee Rice, and he's putting up 24 touchdowns to 15 interceptions. What happened to being a winner? You won the national championship. You should be able to win the Super Bowl year 1, buddy. 89 passer rating, not very good. 62% completion percentage. In simulation, he's usually a god, but of course not for me. Braylon Allen, 1,100 yards, 3.9 per carry, 12 touchdowns. For being a 74 overall, that's actually a really good season. I've seen like 90 overall running backs produce these numbers, so I'm actually fine with that. Receiving wise, Devontae Adams, 1,100 yards, 8 touchdowns. Rashee Rice, 6 touchdowns, 900 yards. Jacoby Myers, 800 yards, 5 touchdowns. Michael Mayer, 5 touchdowns and 500 yards. Divine Diablo, 149 tackles is great. Tackles for a loss, 27 for Christian Wilkins and 20 for Max Crosby is actually crazy. Sacks, 17 for Max Crosby, 5.5 for Wilkins, only 3.5 for this guy. Is Tyree Wilson seriously not my starting edge rusher? That's kind of annoying. Interceptions, 1 for Marcus Epps, 1 for Bennett, 1 for Divine Diablo, and a handful of others. But also with the sacks, this guy right here, he's not even an edge rusher. He's a pass coverage archetype, so I don't even know why he's starting. If he isn't, and not Divine Diablo, but if Tyree Wilson is seriously getting outperformed by that guy, I'd be pretty upset. Either way, pass deflections, where is that? Is that deflections? 12 for Divine Diablo. And Jack Jones gets 10. Safety zone team, 1 for Braden Fist, the rookie. Let's go. 0 defensive touchdowns. Let's move into the offseason. I'm changing this back to Buffalo defense. This is usually what I run, or I run like a base 4-3, 4-3 quarters. Works almost just as good sometimes, depending on what you have. And the Cowboys beat the Ravens in the Super Bowl. Dak Prescott wins the Super Bowl MVP. Patrick Mahomes wins the league MVP. There are no awards here. Broncos get Jaden Daniels. There's no awards here for the Raiders, unfortunately. In the AFC West, Chandler Jones retires on the Chargers. All right. For the team upgrades, JJ McCarthy has Star Dev. Did Allen come with Superstar Dev? It looks like he might have came with Superstar Dev, so whoever made this draft class is probably a Wisconsin fan, but either way, I'll take it. Superstar Dev is pretty sick for, oh, he's only 21 as well. W. For the rest of the offense, we look the exact same, but defensively, Christian Wilkins gets Superstar. Divine Diablo has almost 150 tackles, so that gives him Superstar Dev as well. That's awesome. Unfortunately, Braden Fist doesn't get at least Star Dev. That would have been sick to see. Specialist. Yeah, Tyree Wilson is coming off the edge. He just only had 1.5 sacks. That was really weak. But anyways, let's see what we do for the re-signing. Andre James, Robert Spillane, Gardner Minshew, and all these other guys I just don't want. After free agency, I got Rob Havenstein and David Andrews, both on 1-year contracts just as filler players to the offensive line for right now. I went after Javon Holland, gave him the highest offer. He even had high interest with the team, and he said nah and went to Tennessee regardless. That's pretty frustrating. The Lions are offering me pick 23 in their next year's, actually 2 years from now, first-round pick, but I'm still fine with that. I'll trade back for another first-round pick later. I know it's like I'm giving up pick 4 for pick 23, but in Madden, they don't actually value higher picks for some reason. It's pretty frustrating, the value system in Madden, but it is what it is. And gladly, I traded back here because he only has normal dev, but BJ Douglas is 6'4", 203, huge, and he also has 94 speed, 94 acceleration as well. For being 6'4" is crazy. Very balanced, B hit power, B catching, B man coverage, B zone coverage. Says he's mainly man-to-man focused, but being 6'4", like this looked like Sauce Gardner, dude. Hella speed, very balanced, really nice man-to-man. Like, I thought he was going to be sick, but only normal dev sucks, but I'm glad I traded back for it. Wow, this interior offensive line class is so weak. I'm in the early 3rd round. Everyone's just a post-UDFA or like a day 3. That's pretty frustrating because I really wanted some good guys, and I passed on it in the 2nd round because I thought it'd be better later. But sure, Garrett McDonald, let's see how he does. Normal dev, right guard, sure, I guess he's just going to be a filler player. This is a really weak interior offensive line class. And in the 4th round, defensive tackle Tyree Newhouse at a USF, 6'4", almost 300 pounds, 85 strength, very athletic. Seems just as athletic as Braden Fisk, but he has hidden dev, a play rec, a finesse moves. So for a 4th round pick, he looks pretty sick. Now, this is the team after the draft. McDonald's is 67, so he wasn't really that good. But hopefully, J.J. McCarthy gets the ball to Rashee Rice more, because if he gets to Rashee Rice, we're winning games. Not Devontae Adams, because we all know he's a true Raider. And then J.J. McCarthy, 75 right now, star dev. Allen has superstar dev, so of course it's going to be great for his future. O-line, as of right now, doesn't look horrible with the filler players, but again, they're only on 1-year contracts, so you got to keep that in mind. Newhouse is a 72 overall. That's not bad. Not really the greatest defense here that I thought it was going to be, but Douglas here is a 77 overall. He's going to progress over Jack Jones, who I think is regressing at this point in the game. He is 27, so he actually isn't. He's about to, though. He was a 24-year-old rookie, which is pretty old for a rookie. Douglas, hopefully he gets started ever better. He's in the slot, making sure of that. Rashee Rice, let's play him in the slot. Let's give Allen all the reps once again. Tyree Wilson is playing as well, making sure he gets reps. And apart from that, hopefully the defense steps up more rather than being 31st in the NFL. It changes to the Buffalo playbook. Hopefully J.J. McCarthy does a lot better this season as well. 3-3, second in the division, huge improvement. My defense is balling with the Buffalo playbook. I'm going to keep my Buffalo playbook. My offense still sucks. Maybe J.J. McCarthy just sucks for me, but he's goated in every other simulation that I have, so I don't need to focus on defense, evidently. I guess I'm going to go back-to-back interior offensive line. Actually, a weakness of the class is right guard and center. Great. I can't wait to not choose that in the draft. I guess I'm going to go linebacker here. Coming off a 14-0 loss against the Giants is kind of crazy, but let's see what we have for the players ready to negotiate. Christian Wilkins just doesn't want to be here. Again, Vegas is a big market. I don't know what, like, the rest of Nevada is a total desert, but, like, dude, Vegas is a big market. It's not like Los Angeles or New York, but it's not a bad market. Why is this such a problem? He wants me to pay him like almost $30 million a year. He wants me to pay him $30 million a year. Damn, dude. I mean, I don't got to pay a QB, so I guess I'm going to dish it out. He has superstar dev. I can't lose him. This isn't what his real contract was in real life, but still, I was looking for a better fit, but I'll reconsider with more offers like this. Dick, really? I gave you more money. You're in a big market. I don't see why Vegas is not a big market. Rashee Rice, he's young. He has star dev. He's a true Raider. 5-year deal for him, and he doesn't want to be a real Raider, huh? Rating my money, dude. Jacoby Myers. I don't even give a shit if he leaves. It's fine by me. Colton Miller, he's my franchise left tackle. Please just be nice. Thank you. Jack Jones. I mean, I like him in real life. In Madden, I don't really know how I feel about this. I mean, it's actually a cheap contract. 2 years isn't bad. I'll actually extend it to the rest of the rebuild if it's going to be a cheap contract. Will he resign? He does. Everyone else here is Amir White. Sorry I didn't give you a chance. I just had a superstar running back, so I didn't need you. Don't really want Marcus Epps anymore. Same thing with Rob Havenstein, David Andrews. Why don't you put the higher overall guys at the front, dude? I want my kicker, and I want my punter back. Daniel Carson, he's 30, but he'll last the rest of the rebuild. He has superstar dev. And why are you being picky? You're a kicker, dude. You're a kicker, and you live in Vegas. What more do you want? You want to be close to home to Georgia, AJ Cole? You get bitches in Vegas, though. That's the difference. You don't get bitches in Georgia. You get crusty hoes from Atlanta. 9-8, top of the division somehow? What? Jaden Daniels, who won Rookie of the Year's bottom of the division, then Herbert and Mahomes went 8-9. The fact that the Chiefs go 8-9 in simulation with no injury is actually crazy to me. It's really stupid as well how we made the playoffs top of this division, but hey, I'll take it. Coming off a win to the Commanders, here to face the 12-5 Browns. Yeah, if Deshaun Watson is outperforming Mahomes, no matter what receivers Mahomes has, this game is broken. Stats and awards, J.J. McCarthy, actually way better year this year. Really good, actually. 18th best offense, 6th best defense. Come back on the season. 29 touchdowns, only 7 interceptions, 104 passer rating, 4,100 yards. That's actually a really nice season. Really nice season for J.J. McCarthy. Braylon Allen, 7 touchdowns, only 3.6 per carry, 1,000 yards. He had a 300 attempts. J.J. McCarthy with a rushing touchdown as well, but still not bad. I mean, for his overall, it's not bad. Still, I want better than 3.6 per carry. Devontae Adams, almost 1,400 yards, 6 touchdowns. Rashee Rice, 12 touchdowns, 1,200 yards. That's superstar Dav for him. The superstar Raider, the superstar felon, and then Jacoby Myers. Obviously, Rashee Rice isn't convicted yet, but Jacoby Myers, 53 receptions, 600 yards, 6 touchdowns. Yeah, I don't really care if he walks. And then defensively, what do we got? Divine Diablo, 137 tackles for a loss, 22 for Max Crosby, 20 for Christian Wilkins, sacks 25 for Max Crosby. Breaking the NFL record is crazy, and I know it sounds like so monotone when I say that. It happens a lot in Madden. It's really not crazy whenever I see this. I mean, I know I make it sound crazy, but it's like, in Madden, it happens quite a lot. I see it all the time with Myles Garrett. I see Myles Garrett. One time I had, I think, Micah Parsons in a Madden 23 rebuild. He had 44 sacks in a season. I'm not joking about that either. It was nuts. I think it was in like one of my 10-year rebuilds. But Christian Wilkins, 9.5 sacks. Tyree Newhouse, not Tyree Wilson, 5 sacks. Dude, Tyree Wilson blows, dude. He like actually sucks. You're the starting edge rusher for the specialist, and you're starting on my line. Oh, he's a run stopper. 16 tackles for a loss. Yeah, that's not bad. Get sacks, dude. 1.5 sacks. You're getting outperformed by my third string defensive tackle. How? He's not even on the field as much as you are, dude. Interceptions, 3 for Maurice Lafu, I believe that's how you pronounce it. Whatever. Safeties, 1 for Christian Wilkins. Defensive touchdowns is 0. The team ranks actually bounced back a little. The passing game looked a lot better, but we still have 28th for points per game in the offense, which mainly is due to the running back, because running backs heavily affect simulation. It's about their overalls, not about their devs. But can the 9-8 Las Vegas Raiders beat the Browns to move on to the divisional round of JJ McCarthy? Oh my God, we get humiliated 55-10. Let's move into the offseason. And the Ravens lose back-to-back Super Bowls, this time to Jordan Love and the Packers. Josh Jacobs wins the Super Bowl MVP. Jalen Hurts wins the league MVP, and he wins the Offensive Player of the Year, hogging the awards. Max Crosby, Defensive Player of the Year. That's amazing to see, and no rookie awards for us. Actually, Tyree Newhouse. I can't believe I missed that. My third string defensive tackle is outperforming Tyree Wilson. We have a new Tyree in the league, and he's a defensive tackle, and he's better. In the AFC West, David Andrews retires. For the team upgrades, Rashee Rice does get Superstar Dev. That's awesome to see, and there are no other upgrades on the offensive side of the ball. Defensively, Divine Diablo already had an X Factor. Dude's not even an 80 overall. How does that make sense? I mean, he's 28, so he's only going to regress now, so it doesn't even matter at this point, but whatever. And then my left outside linebacker that I drafted a couple years ago has started. I have Christian Wilkins, gets Superstar X Factor. Newhouse is already a high overall than Tyree Wilson. Yes, I'm shitting on Tyree Wilson. You're a top 10 pick. Give me more than 1.5 sacks. How hard is that to ask? Newhouse is going to start over Fisk. As much as I like Fisk in real life, Newhouse, he has the depth. He's going to have the XP. He's just going to be the starter. That's how it is. So let's see the re-signing. For the players ready to negotiate, Christian Wilkins, I'm going to offer you the same thing. Thankfully, I don't have to pay a QB right now. I'll do 4 years, and he re-signs on a huge overpay. Rashee Rice, I'm going to give you the exact same contract as I did last time. He re-signs on that. Jacoby Myers, you can walk. Tyree Wilson, I'll accept the option. Hopefully you develop, but as of right now, you're not that crazy. And everyone else here is Amir White and Rob Havenstein. Actually, one more deal. That's fine. And then AJ Cole, Daniel Carson. Again, AJ Cole, you get bitches here in Vegas. Like, I don't know what. I can't believe I have to overpay for a punt. I'm not doing that. I'm not overpaying for a punter. I'm going to offer my kicker the same contract as I did before. You better accept it. And then he resigns on that. I'm not overpaying for a punter, dude. I know it's only like a couple million for Superstar Dev. I'll get him in free agency. It's fine. After free agency, I got Ronnie Stanley, who I'm going to move to right tackle. I got AJ Cole back on a cheaper contract than what I originally offered him. And then I got Geno Stone to replace Marcus Epps. I can't neglect it anymore. In the first round, Alex Foote here. That's just what I'm going to call him. Out of Notre Dame, 6'6", 340, huge, 87 strength, 79 acceleration for being 340, 6'6" is actually nuts, but only 71 speed. Hidden dev, A's and B's across the board. He looks great. In the second round, getting center Emmett Rankin out of Michigan, 6'2", 300 pounds, hidden dev, 86 strength, 77 acceleration, A's and B's across the board. This is the team moving into year number 3. Rankin and Foote here are both pretty good, so interior offensive line is a little bit helped now. Obviously, they still need to develop. Got Trey Tucker here in the slot. Looks like the AI picked up this guy. I picked up this guy named Edmonds in the 4th round just because he had great acceleration and great speed. South Carolina, playmaker, 93 speed, 93 acceleration. He looks pretty solid, actually, wearing Antonio Brown's number 84, even though he never played a snap with the Raiders. True Raider player. Roman, baby, whatever. Yeah, I'm not even going to try. 6'4", 226 out of Maryland. He deserves to be here as a Raider. He's ready to rob some people and commit some felonies. For the specialist, Trey Tucker I guess is going to be the slot since the other guy isn't here. So I definitely don't want Adams in the slot. He's my number 1. Got all that. Diablo's there. Douglas, unfortunately, never got a dev up. Defensively, looks like the AI picked up this guy named Jones. Sure. Hopefully he can develop. Defense looks really nice. I actually improved my safety position. Didn't really change much past that. Definitely needed to focus on offense. hopefully JJ McCarthy has another good year. Hopefully my running back produces a little bit more numbers, and hopefully we're better than 9-8. Highly doubt that. We'll probably finish 5-12 knowing the Madden simulation, but for now, let's move into the third year in the midseason mark. 2-5, bottom of the division. I mean, at least it's realistic now. The Broncos are still bad, and the Chiefs are dominant in absolutely every ranking. All right. My defense is just mid now. That doesn't make sense. I improved my safeties from the previous year. They're just not good anymore. And then my offense still sucks. Scouting national focus. I don't need anything other than JJ McCarthy to give me numbers. I really don't know what to do past this point. Sure, I guess receiver. For the players ready to negotiate, Max Crosby, you're about to get paid, dude. Not as much as Christian Wilkins. You only want $22 million a year after producing 25 sacks. W. Let's go, dude. Michael Mayer, finally his contract is here. 5-year deal for him. He resigns. Devontae Adams, he's old, but I still want him back for the rest of the rebuild. He resigns as well because he's a superstar X Factor. Trey Tucker, I don't really think so. Maybe if you produce good numbers at the end of the year. He does have interest with the team, though. Bennett, no. Everyone else here is just a bunch of filler players. I actually liked Aiden O'Connell in real life. He wasn't like crazy. Damn, he's already 28. He was an old-ass rookie. Yeah, never mind. Anyways, let's move into the playoff. We go 9-8 once again, and my defense is top 2, probably behind the Chiefs, and my offense just sucks again. The passing game is 6th. I'm in the Dallas playbook, which is mainly passing focused with a little mix of running, but like really, like 27th for my rushing defense, then 22nd in points per game. What do I do to fix that? These are my normal playbooks. Is it just McCarthy? And I mean, I have an X Factor receiver. 9-8 team. McCarthy actually didn't do bad. And 91 pass rating is not the best. 18th best offense, 2nd best defense. Like, dude, this isn't cutting it. 21 touchdowns to 14 interceptions is not good. We just gonna have to thug it out for year number 3 and hopefully he develops. 91 pass rating is whatever, I guess. Then 4,100 yards. Braylon Allen, 1,100 yards, only 3.7 per carry. 18 touchdowns is nice, but again, it's just really hard to develop running backs or rookies. Even if they have superstar dev, it just takes a while to get them like rolling because it matters about the overall, not about the dev. Devontae Adams continues to ball out in a poverty franchise. Well, I mean, they're not poverty. They've won some Super Bowls, but recently in the past, like what, 2 decades, they've been poverty. But Devontae Adams, 1,400 yards at 9 touchdowns. Rashee Rice, 3 touchdowns, almost 1,000 yards. Michael Mayer is outperforming Trey Tucker, so he's not getting a re-signing. Defensively, Divine Diablo, 125 tackles for a loss, 22 for Tyree Wilson, 10.5 sacks. Thank you for finally developing. Damn, I was getting sick of the 1.5 sacks. He actually does really good here, getting the most tackles for a loss on the team. Then back-to-back years, 25 sacks for Max Crosby is nuts. Christian Wilkins literally gets outperformed after I paid him $30 million a year, gets outperformed by the guy who doesn't even have a contract yet. But 9.5 sacks, 13 tackles for a loss. Braden Fisk, 13 tackles for a loss, 7 sacks. And where's the other guy? Tyree whatever. Tyree Newhouse doesn't do anything after winning Rookie of the Year. Nice. Interceptions, 5 for Nate Hobbs is amazing. Safeties on the team, 0 defensive touchdowns is 0. This time, the Packers go back-to-back Super Bowls, and this time the Packers lose to the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes wins the Super Bowl MVP and the league MVP. Every time I keep seeing Mike McCarthy for the Cowboys Coach of the Year, I'm like, oh, JJ McCarthy won Coach of the Year. Obviously not. But Max Crosby, back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year. He's amazing, but there's no other awards here for the Raiders. In the AFC West, Rob Havenstein retires with a Super Bowl ring on the Chiefs. I'm glad, I guess he's glad that we didn't re-sign him. La'el Collins also retires on the Chiefs. Didn't he get signed to a different team in real life? I forgot. Anyways, Khalil Mack retires with the Chargers, and David Onyemata retires with the Broncos. For the team upgrades, Rankin comes with Superstar Dev. My first rounder comes with Star Dev, but that's fine. No other upgrades on offense, though. Defensively, Tyree Wilson, he gets Superstar Dev, so that's finally a nice upgrade. Max Crosby is a 100 overall with his XP point, his leftover XP point. Team looks great still. The defense is still balling, but again, offense needs to perform. I got JJ McCarthy, a way better offensive line here. He has some solid receivers. This guy, hopefully, I guess he's just going to be receiver number 3. But for now, let's move into the re-signing. For the players ready to negotiate, JJ McCarthy doesn't want to be here. Sure, I'll accept this option. Trey Tucker, don't really want. Everyone else here, I'm just not interested in. $64 million to spend in free agency. After free agency, I got Tank Dell as a slot receiver for us. He's going to be crazy. Joel Bitonio as our right guard. He's currently left. I'll move him. Then Zach Charbonnet as a second string back. In the first round, picking up defensive back Deshaun Barner out of Oklahoma. 5'11", 200 pounds, hidden dev, 92 speed, 90 acceleration. I feel like the other guy that I picked that was normal dev deserved to have this. He was like a 76 when I drafted him, but still, Barner, slower, shorter, not as heavy. He has hidden dev, but I guess he has slightly better zone coverage, but way worse man coverage. But I guess I'm not really going to complain here. Hidden dev is hidden dev. And I forgot we had 2 first-round picks. This kind of isn't useful to me anymore now that my team is like honestly so nicely filled in. Linebackers, I would like to have one, but the next available one is mid-3rd round. Do I trade? You know, I'll trade my first-round pick for a linebacker, I guess. Now I'm trading away my first and my second-round pick for 90 overall Patrick Queen from the Pittsburgh Steelers, and he honestly seems like he'd be a Raider. Now, this is the team moving into year number 3. Tank Dell is going to be in the slot. Allen, he's already an 87 overall superstar. Hopefully he gets over a 4 a carry this season. It takes so long to develop players in Madden. In real life, some of them go from like a 75 overall to a 95 overall X Factor within 1 year, like Jamar Chase. That never happens in Madden. I feel like if a player wins league MVP, they should immediately jump to a 95 overall, regardless, like at least, regardless of their age. You'll have like a 35-year-old win league MVP, and they'll be like, okay, you get superstar X Factor, but like -5 overall. It doesn't make sense. It's so frustrating. Move Devon Diablo to right outside linebacker. Patrick Queen, he's not worth a first-round pick in real life. I know the Ravens took him for a first-round pick, but if he was, they would have tagged and traded him, but they didn't. They let him hit the open market. Now I have to trade a first and a second for the developed 90 overall Patrick Queen. So again, Madden's different. Barner is a 76 overall. That's sick. I feel like Douglas, again, would have been better, but still, specialist-wise, Barner, sure, I guess he's just going to play second string there. Allen's going to move up. Tank's going to be in the slot. Again, I don't know why Devontae Adams wants to be the starter so bad in the slot. But anyways, that's what we've gotten for the team. 88 overall. I've only improved my defense. My interior offensive line has improved significantly. It's literally up to my running back and my quarterback, which are the 2 main factors in simulation to produce numbers, which really sucks because the rest of the team is really good. But apart from that, let's move in to the 4th and final year in the playoffs. And wow, we actually have a good season. 12-5, second division, despite us being the higher overall and better team than the Bills record-wise and overall-wise. They still get home field advantage because the divisions in the NFL are whack. But still, we're coming off a win to the Lions, which is huge for us. Stats and award, let's see what we got here. J.J. McCarthy did a lot better. 40 passing touchdowns, that league MVP, that's actually a really good year. Of course, Dak is league MVP. McCarthy probably threw a lot of interceptions, but first in passing touchdowns is amazing. Amazing year. Finally developed. 3rd best offense in the NFL. 7th best defense. Great year for us. 4,600 yards, 40 touchdowns. 14 receptions, but held him down, but still a great year. 109.9 passer rating here. Then Braylon Allen with 13 touchdowns, 5.0 per carry. Finally, this is exactly what I wanted. 1,200 yards. Him splitting carries with Charbonnet probably helped because Charbonnet had 4.7 per carry, 7 touchdowns. This is a great year from him. Receiving-wise, Devontae Adams, 1,400 yards, 8 touchdowns. Tank Dell, 15 touchdowns, 1,200 yards. Rashee Rice, 800 yards, 6 touchdowns. Honestly, he hasn't been crazy in this rebuild for the Raiders, but, you know, he fits the profile, so that's why he's here. Patrick Queen, 132 tackles, and then 100 for Nate Hobbs. Tackles for a loss, 15 for Christian Wilkins, 14 for Max Crosby. Sacks, taking a step back from last year, still a great year. 14 tackles for a loss, 12 sacks. Tyree Wilson, 9.5 sacks. At least he's being consistent. Braden Fisk with 6.5. Wilkins with 5.5. Newhouse just fell off the face of the earth after his rookie year. Now, I mean, I haven't really been using him. I haven't really been starting him. That's kind of my fault. But still, Nate Hobbs, 4 interceptions. Safeties on the team. 0 defensive touchdowns is 0. Can we beat the Buffalo Bills to move in to the divisional round? We obviously haven't won one yet, so this would be huge. And we do. 34-21. I'm not going to lose here to the Ravens. We get home field advantage. I haven't even hopped into any games yet. It's the 4th and final year. Might as well do it. They're an 89 overall team as well. Here we are against the Ravens. Of course, it had to be the Ravens or the Chiefs. If we have to play the Chiefs in the next round, I'm going to be very upset because then playing the Ravens, Chiefs, and Bills all in the same playoffs is a crazy schedule. Either way, 14-7 here, 21-7, 21-14, 24-14, 2-score lead. Don't choke, don't choke, don't choke. Yes, sir. 24-14 as we actually beat the Ravens in simulation, and our defense holds them to only 14 points, which is amazing for us. But for now, let's move into the conference championship. Hopefully, I don't have to play the Chiefs. And we don't have to play the Chiefs, thankfully, and don't have to play Rashee Rice's old team. He knows he's at home with the felons of the Las Vegas Raiders. But for now, let's see if we can beat the Bengals. Still a hard opponent with Joe Burrow being a 99 X Factor. They apparently have a new halfback, immediately replacing Joe Mixon. Chad Lindley, wrecking ball X Factor. He looks pretty sick. But we're 5 overalls higher than them. Let's see if we can move on to the Super Bowl. Here we are against the Bengals. They're going to start out with 7 here as they finally put the first points on the board. 14-0. Raiders, please put points on the board. 7-14. Good stuff. 14-14 at halftime. We open up the half. Wow, what a huge comeback here. 14-0 comeback for the Raiders. 21-21. Do not choke this. Come on, there's 2 minutes left. Don't let them get in the end zone. Just hold them to 3, and then I can do the rest. Please, let me do the rest. Big field goal kick. I can do that. 4th and 10. Will the AI hold out, though? I mean, I have Daniel Carson, so he's easily going to pin this. He has the superstar ability for the kicker arc, too, so that's sick. Daniel Carson, 58-yarder. It's up. It's good. I'm sure the AI would have ran a fake if I didn't hop in there, so I'm glad I did that. But will the defense hold up? I'm not even going to do anything. I should have done something. I'm going to hop in now. 3rd and 12. Oh, look at that. The clock immediately winds off. 12 seconds. How useful. Back up, please, to the end zone. Oh, I thought they were actually about to run the ball. I thought the AI was dumb enough. Run. Run. I dare you. Scramble. What an elite AI decision. 0 seconds on the clock. Doesn't even throw it away or anything. Well, doesn't even throw it down the field. 24-21 as your Las Vegas Raiders are going to the Super Bowl because the AI is retarded. So we just got to the Super Bowl out of pure luck. Dude, come on. Bills, Ravens, Bengals, and now the Cowboys. I have to play like the Infinity Stones. I have to run a whole gauntlet here to get to the Super Bowl. Oh, that's how it is in real life. Not necessarily. Some good teams lose easy games. Cowboys and Packers. Tank Dell, superstar dev. He seems great, the new Raider. Hopefully he commits a felon within the next 5 to 10 business days and gets kicked out of the Super Bowl. For the rest of the team, sure, I'll put Newhouse at the 2 and actually use him. So our D-line looks very, very pattern-like. You know, I got Superstar, X-Factor, Superstar, X-Factor. You know, it makes sense. Patrick Queen gets Superstar dev. I guess he was worth the 1st-round pick. Nate Hobbs, Superstar, and Geno Stone with Star. The team's actually pretty good. A 90 overall team. Like it a lot, but, you know, it's the Cowboys. Probably going to lose because, you know, it's the Cowboys and the dev cheat. The devs are Cowboys fans and they cheat. Yeah, they gave Dak Prescott bazooka. Sure, bud. Can Rashee Rice and the Felony Raiders win the Super Bowl together? As the Chiefs already won a Super Bowl without him. 17-0. Wow, we are getting just bent over. My God. Wow, what an amazing team we have right now. 17-0, 17-7. Please, please, AI, don't screw me. It's the Cowboys. I'm not going to win. 24-14. This is where, oh, shit, 21-24. That would have been crazy comeback if we did that. But, you know, it's the Cowboys in simulation. I can't do anything. They're just good for no reason. Like, this is not playoff Dak. Dak would produce 2 touchdowns to 5 interceptions, and then that would be the playoff. Obviously, it wouldn't be that bad. But J.J. McCarthy, still a nice comeback with 3 touchdowns, but it's not going to be enough to get it done. I think that's going to end out the video here. Dak Prescott wins league MVP and the Super Bowl MVP. Sure, that will never happen in real life. But anyways, Ricardo McQueen here, rookie for the Cardinals, Devin McQueen's brother, if you know, you know, from the Tokyo Dragons franchise series. But anyways, may not be an entirely successful rebuild. The Raiders still got to the Super Bowl. J.J. McCarthy wasn't nearly as bad as I expected him to be, like how I expect him to be bad in real life. But anyways, let me know down in the comments below. Top comment gets my next rebuild of choice if this video does get 150 likes, I believe I said. But anyways, apart from that, thank you guys all for watching once again, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.